Hey guys, so it's been a little bit since I last posted, sometime around um, October, November, right around there is when I last posted. So a lot has happened between then and now. So as of January 3rd, 2024, I am officially divorced. I'm practically a free woman now. And it hasn't been too bad. For me, at least. I don't know how my ex-husband is taking it right now, because we don't really talk. Like, we still like talk here and there, but not to the point where um anything serious is gonna happen between us ever again. I have seen him a couple times, but we were just talking and pretty much thinking about the next step or whatnot. Um, Surprisingly, at one point, when I was over there once, I think this was the second time when I came over just to talk with him, and apparently he talked about getting back together eventually. And I'm like, I don't know. Only time will tell. But I'm in a new relationship now, and I'm happier than I've ever been. And I don't see us getting back together in the future, getting remarried and everything of that sort. Because I, if I decide to leave my current boyfriend and get back with my ex-husband eventually, I have a fear that it's just going to turn out to where it was when we got divorced the first time. I don't want to deal with that pain again. I dealt with enough with him. Because with all the cheating shit he was doing, he didn't really physically cheat on me according to him, but he just like talked to a lot of women behind my back. But that was still enough for me to just wanting to go. But like I said, he beat me to it, getting to the divorce part of it, and honestly, it made me the person I am today. I'm a lot stronger than what I used to be. I can actually defend myself. I can actually be who I am without having to change. My boyfriend doesn't want me to change. He he loves everything about me. And he is literally the most kind-hearted man I've ever met in my life. But there's always going to be a part of me that still loves my ex-husband, regardless if we were together or not. Because we were separated for about 4 months, less than 4 months, about 3.5 months ish. But it's been difficult in some aspect. Just trying to do life one day at a time. And another thing, I I feel like I kind of rushed getting into another relationship, like right after I left my ex-husband when he declared the dissolution crap. I feel like I rushed into it. I feel like I did. Because I got into a relationship like literally less than a month after my ex-husband and I separated. And I feel like that wasn't the smartest move, but we didn't become official until recently. Because we weren't going to become official until after the divorce was final. Which, obviously, it's final now, and my ex and I are living separate lives, and just see how things go between me and my boyfriend, and see if my ex mellows out, and then maybe we could give it another try if I decide to. which I know my parents wouldn't like that. My parents love my current boyfriend. They love him. They treat him like family. But it's like I feel like I'm still kind of not all there right now with everything that has happened within the last few months. It was just like I don't know what the hell I want. I don't know what I'm doing. But the only really good thing that came out of it is that I met my boyfriend. Well, actually, my boyfriend and we knew each other since like 2020. Like right before I moved to South Carolina to be with my ex-husband. And that was the biggest mistake in my life. I mean, I could have just ended it there. But, me being blind in love and I can't do that kind of stuff. I'm not the type of person to break up with somebody. Ever. I'm just not the type of person. I'm not like some people who just go from person to person to person to person. No, that's not me. That's not me at all. Because once I'm stuck on a person, they're the one I want to be with. And my current boyfriend treats me like an absolute queen. He spoils the shit out of me. He's gotten me a lot of things that I've ever wanted in life. And I don't know, it's been crazy hectic with life and work and everything else. I am planning on getting a tattoo here pretty soon. Next week, actually. On January 23rd. I'm planning on getting one of my most expensive tattoos yet. It's gonna be $150, but I already paid $20 down, so I only have to pay $130 for my tattoo, which is still a lot, but it's one I've been wanting to get for a while. My boyfriend's sister designed it for me, and I couldn't be more excited. I've been like super giddy about it for the last like couple days. I mean, I wish it was cheaper because I could maybe make it smaller, but it was just not going to work. Because it's going to practically cover the whole entire front of my upper arm, closer to my shoulder. It's probably going to be painful, yes, but almost all my pet tattoos that I have are painful. Except for the one on my chest. The one on my chest was not painful at all. Because surprisingly, I didn't really feel a thing, and probably because there was just a lot of fat up here. And pretty much right where it's located, it does not even touch the bone. None of it touched the bone. And then I got the one here on my forearm here. And then the one here on my wrist. And then I got a big one on my thigh. A infinity anklet around my ankle. I have a clarinet with music notes on my shoulder blade, and then a quote on my lower back, which I'm wanting to get covered eventually, because it just looks really shitty. But I couldn't help it because the fact that my back kept moving and the front of my body just kept pushing forward whenever I felt like the vibrations of the tattoo needle. But I've been anxious to get another tattoo for the last couple years. But my ex just would not let me do it. But now that I'm divorced and my boyfriend doesn't seem to care that I get another tattoo, I told him all about it. I was actually bragging about it. And eventually we want to get like matching tattoos once our relationship progresses. But we've only been together for 3 months. It is currently the 17th, so in 2 days, it'll be 3 months. Yes, we became official on January 3rd after my court hearing. But we're still keeping the date of October 19th, 2023. I mean, he wishes that we met sooner. We would be together still, and we would actually have a good relationship. But that's pretty much what my life is summed up to. My brother and his wife are expecting twins in February, so next month. She's scheduled to be induced on February 12th. We got a boy and a girl. And my family is over the moon. We are so over the moon. Because we haven't had a boy in our family since my brother was born 38 years ago. And then we haven't had a set of twins in years. My mom has like 4 sets of twins in her family line. Which is amazing. Because my family is practically full of girls. Because I got 2 sisters and a brother. Well, technically 3 sisters and a brother. Because my dad has a daughter from his previous marriage. Who has my oldest niece. Which she's 17. And then my other niece. Her name is Kaylee. She's 10. No. She'll be 10 this year. She just turned 9 this past October. And then my niece Nora, she'll be 2 next month on February 20th. Which the twins are going to come early because I'm assuming that the babies weren't going to be due until the 24th of February. But knowing carrying more than one baby is considered high risk. And especially with my sister-in-law's age. She's 37, about to be 38. And, I mean, I love having babies around. But it does make my baby fever high. Very, very high. I've been wanting a baby for a long, long time. I've always wanted to be a mother. But then sometime earlier last year, like around this time, it was November of 2022, I found out I was pregnant. I was over the moon, but I was also in a lot of shock. Because I thought I was never going to be able to get pregnant because my ex and I were trying at the time. And everything went smoothly. Everything was going fine until like late December. I started bleeding really heavily. Come to find out that apparently my body was starting to miscarry. But my HCG levels were still going up. And found out that my pregnancy was ectopic, which means the baby is growing outside of my uterus and that it's not likely going to survive. And if I was able to give birth, it would kill me. Well, actually, at some point in the pregnancy, if I decided to keep it, and that I just said, screw what all the doctors were saying, blah, blah, blah. Because it was growing, what the doctors told me, that they think it was growing in my fallopian tube. And if my fallopian tube burst, I would die. I would, literally die. And that scared me shitless. My ex went to all of my appointments and everything with me and everything else, and he called off a lot of work because of that, and that's how he got fired. But as hard as the decision was, I had to medically terminate my pregnancy because of the fact that if I tried to carry it to term, it would kill me. I had to choose life or death. I had to medically terminate my pregnancy, and my depression just spiked so bad. It was so bad. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to drink anything. I just wanted to lay in bed and curl up in a ball and cry all day. That's all I wanted to do. And I never got pregnant again ever since. And I mean, I told my boyfriend about it. And he said, if we're more financially stable within closer to the end of this year, we'll try for a baby. But I can't tell mom and dad that. because they will not help me with my pregnancy. They will not help me with the babies. They will. Well, I mean, if I have to work, then yes, they would have to help babysit the baby because I wouldn't be able to. But I would probably be on maternity leave for like at least 2 or 3 months. But still, it's been my lifelong dream to be a mom. Because I see a lot of girls, either my age or younger, getting pregnant so easily. And I never thought I was going to be able to get pregnant because of how big I am, and I suffer a mild case of PCOS. Not as bad as my sister, Katie, but pretty damn near. Because I thought I was never going to be able to get pregnant, and then I got pregnant, and I was like, oh, shit, I guess it can happen. And the funny thing is, I got pregnant when I didn't have a period for like 6 months. I did not have a period at all. Which actually amazed me because I just don't know how in the heck I got pregnant, and I didn't even know how far along I was. But with that aside, life has been pretty decent. I got a job again because I couldn't work at FedEx because of the fact that it was just too overwhelming on my body, and pretty much scarred up my finger because of it. Which, never doing that kind of crap again. I'm never doing factory jobs ever again. I'm never doing STNA jobs ever again. Because I was at my last job with a place called Primrose Retirement Communities. I was there for about 4 months, and then they decided to change up my schedule, and I had a pretty consistent schedule, and I was able to handle the overnights because not very many people called during the night. Only the same people called during the night, but overall, it just ended up getting really, really annoying. I don't know why. But I'm never doing those kinds of jobs again. I mean, right now, my current job, it's pretty much whatever at this point. I'm working at fast food right now, only making $15 an hour and only working like 20-some hours a week. I'm just praying to God that my paycheck is going to be good enough for me to be able to pay for my tattoo, because I will be screwed if I can't. And then I'll have to reschedule it, but then I will be able to pay the rest of it off. But then I would have to reschedule my appointment until it's fully paid off, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I waited 2 years for nothing. Because I haven't had a tattoo since 2021. Because the one on my wrist my forearm I showed you earlier, that was the last tattoo I ever got. And I love butterflies. I love butterflies. That's why I got it. Even though my ex-husband wasn't too happy about it. It was like literally got it a day before my 21st birthday. He was not happy with me, but I don't care. It's my body. I can do whatever I want with it. But, yeah, working fast food is just not gonna cut it. So, I applied for a second job. It's a part-time job. I'm gonna do 2 part-time jobs and try to work around the schedule and whatnot, and just get a little bit of extra money just to help pay bills and everything, because I got to pay my dad for my car, pay my mom for my car insurance. Until my car is fully paid off, it's going to stay in my dad's name, because that's just how it has to be, just until it's paid off. And then once it's paid off, my dad will be able to have me put the car in my name, and then I'll have to figure out my own way to get insurance. Which that's a hassle, but in the same sense, it's not. But I'm never going to be going with Progressive ever again, because, well, I kind of owe them money right now, even though my ex was the one that was paying the insurance in the first place, so he should have been the one to pay it. But apparently the policy was in my name, So I have to take responsibility and pay it. But I don't have the money to pay it. It's over $200. I can't pay that. I don't even really make $200 a month. Well, with my paychecks that happened recently, the last paycheck I had was over $200. But I had to pay my dad $127, and then I had to pay my mom $25. So that was $152 out of my paycheck. Not fun. Not fun at all. And at the end of December, around the end of December, I got pretty sick. That's also another reason why I haven't really been posting much, because I was sick for like almost 2 weeks. Because I had the worst sore throat. I mean, the absolute worst sore throat. It could have either been strep, COVID, or a mono. They tested me for all three. They tested me for strep, which was negative. They tested me for COVID, which was negative. And then they tested me for mono, which was positive. I had mono. Because out of all the things I could have had, I would have rather had strep than mono. Mono is definitely not something you can deal with. Because I was able to hardly swallow. I had to take a lot of ibuprofen just to help the inflammation in my throat. Because when I did take the ibuprofen, I took like 4, which are only like 200 milligrams each. I took like 4 or 5, up to 1,000 milligrams. It actually really helped the inflammation in my throat a lot. I was actually able to talk better. I was able to swallow better. But it was just not, I had, like I said, I had that sore throat for about a week. And then, well, a week and a half. And, I don't want to experience that shit again, ever again. I mean, ever again. Because that was, like, literally the worst pain I had dealt with in a really long time. Because my lymph nodes were really swollen. Like, extremely swollen. And then I had, like, those white marks on the back, on where my tonsils are. I was lucky I didn't have to get my tonsils removed. Because in, like, severe cases, you'll have to get your tonsils removed. But mine wasn't severe enough. It was on the moderate side. I was on moderate. I would have preferred, like, the mild side, but mine was on moderate. Because I had the sore throat, headaches, fatigue, the whole bit. All I ever wanted to do was sleep. I was so tired. I had no energy whatsoever. Even though I wasn't really supposed to be at my boyfriend's at that time, I still was. Apparently, my boyfriend is susceptible to infection and diseases. Because he didn't even catch COVID when his whole entire family caught COVID once. He didn't catch it, which I'm surprised. I caught COVID once. That was back in 2021? No, 22. 22. No. Yes. Yes, it was after my 22nd birthday. I tested positive literally 2 days after my 22nd birthday. And, I mean, I didn't have any severe symptoms. All I had was no taste or smell. That's it. And within that week that I found out I had COVID, I only had a fever for, like, a full day. I had a, like, 101, 102 degree fever, which broke later in the day. Which I finally got, and then I ended up losing my taste and my smell, and I'm like, I can't taste anything, I can't smell anything. I found out I had COVID. And I think I have an idea where I got it, because my sister was in the hospital fighting for her life with COVID. She almost died. And I was living in South Carolina at the time, and it was at the end of 2021. That's when her and her now fiance got engaged. But, like I said, life is good right now. I'm still not exactly where I want to be right now, but I'm getting there. I'm a lot farther in life now than I ever was in the last, 4 years that I was married. And now that I'm legally single, everything's good. I'm doing better in life. Making a better life for myself. I'm happier. I actually smile a lot more now that my ex has been out of my life. Well, not really out of my life, but we've been keeping contact, our communication minimal. Because I don't want to get in trouble. And then him telling the court saying my ex-wife is harassing me and this and that. No, I'm not harassing him. I don't even text him. I only text him when need be. Well, he texted me yesterday, or was it the day before, somewhere around there, telling me that I have mail and it's from the place I used to work at and blah, blah, blah. And I just said okay. And I haven't heard anything since. So, everything's good now. I got a car, got a job, got a really good boyfriend. I have the most amazing friends and family. What more could I ask for? I mean, I just celebrated a birthday recently. Not last week. I think it was the week before. The first full week of January. And I just turned 24. Which, I feel old. But I'm not that old. Next year, I'll be a quarter of a century old. And that's something to not look forward to. Because that means I'm just getting older. But that's just how it is. Life carries on. That's all you can do. And with that side note, I'm going to cut it off here. Because I've been on here for about 27 minutes. So, I'll keep you guys posted. At least try every other week or so. Even though I'm usually never really on posting anything anymore. Because I don't really do anything. So, with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later on. And I'll see you in the next video.